one of the most amazing things that happened last month was when I see Chase Dimon, one of the top email marketers globally, as one of my clients. Chase is $100 million email marketer. They have that much in attributed email revenue for their company. It's an agency with over 100 plus employees, and they're serving so many brands. I really never thought that he will become one of my clients. It's just that I felt the need to do better than I am doing, and I felt that he is the next person I want to work with, and it worked out. It is so good. But I guess the immediate question I got after that is that really, how do you get an international client, and especially how do you get a client who is already doing so well? They must already have a big team, as he does, and they must not want to hire somebody who's a newbie, right? So how do you do that? So in today's video, let me tell you how I got an international client of a great caliber and break down my process to you. And I'm also going to share my pitch template with you in case you're interested. Please comment pitch in the comment section and your email ID. I'll send it across to you. Now, getting this particular client was an amalgamation of three things. One, a skill that I wanted to serve. Two, networking with this client. And three, a great pitch. A lot of freelancers make the mistake of thinking that they are going to get a client by doing one or two things. It's actually usually a mix of a lot of things. The first one being the skill. The skill I was serving this client was Instagram marketing. Now, why Instagram and not any other platform? Because me, my agency, we serve a lot of other services. The reason is that he's already pretty good with the other platforms, but Instagram is not really his forte right now. And I could see that he was trying to grow on it. And one of my team members actually proposed that why don't we try to get him as a client, and I really thought that it'll not work out, but I was like, yeah, let's give it a shot. So the first thing was that I had a skill and I had to prove. I myself have a great Instagram following. I've been doing it for 5-6 years now, so it really helped. Now, do you need to have this much experience? No, but some experience, some insights is required, but it doesn't even take 1 week to build it, so don't worry too much about it. So with that in mind, the first element of this entire project, I had the skill covered and I knew that I could do good things with Instagram for him. Secondly, networking. Like, how do you connect with people who are so popular and work with them? Now, I had already sent them a friend request many months back, and try to connect with as many people as you can on platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. by sending them messages, commenting regularly, personalizing requests, because when you want to pitch, you can't directly pitch immediately after meeting somebody, right? So you have to stay in their list and be familiar with them. So please send as many requests and try to stay in touch with people as much as you can. It's really easy to get the attention of people when you are constantly putting yourself out there. So I had already networked with him before, and in the past I saw him doing one thing wrong with his LinkedIn, and I recommended him to rectify that, and he was very happy with it, and he got great results by implementing my recommendation. I could have pitched him immediately at that point, but I didn't, because I really wanted the relationship to develop. It may have worked even back then, but I didn't want to rush it. It's totally like my decision in this case, so it's not something for you to worry about, so don't worry. The next thing that I did is that when I felt like pitching to him, I just told him that, hey, I want to work with you, and I'll be very honest with you about why I want to work with you. I was working with international clients for the last 3-4 years, but in the last 1 year, I kind of shifted to the Indian market for some reasons, and I'm willing to make a comeback now, and you feel like the perfect person. Now, that message had a lot of transparency in it. It was not like me saying, oh, I will change your life and I'll help you. I was very honest about my intentions with that person, and when you are so honest, the other person understands. So he was like, yeah, okay, fine, that sounds great. And we got on a call, and I pitched him, and here comes the third element, and which is a great pitch. Most people have a shit pitch, and I'll give you my pro tip to improve your pitch. No matter how you pitch, make a presentation. Make a presentation where you are talking about every step of your process, every step of your journey. What have you achieved, what you can achieve, what you propose to achieve, whatever you want, put it in a presentation, because nobody does that. I don't know why. Like, most people are so low effort with their strategies. I have worked with hundreds of people, and I have seen that most people are not very polished. So when you are very polished, or when you are putting that one extra effort, you really stand out. And for me, it's every time when I open my PPT in my pitches with any client, they are always very impressed, because they're like, oh wow, you made a presentation for me. And yeah, that is immediately a win point. They see that I'm very invested. I don't make a new presentation every time, by the way. I have a template that I edit according to the client I'm pitching, because at the end of the day, most of the things are repeatable except a few variables. So it remains the same. But for the client, it becomes like instant value add. So that's what I do. And it was amazing. The pitch that I had would look something like this. So it had like photo of me, it had the client's name and what service I'm providing them and an audit of that. There was a piece of text that will introduce me, why they should get Instagram marketing, because that is one of the primary services I wanted to offer to this client, and you can talk about any service that you offer in this slide. Then I delve into the problems. What is the first problem that I spot with their social media and how am I going to solve it? So a couple of problems and their solutions, sharing some standard insights with them, maybe telling them how they compare with the other people from their industry, what services I can provide them. So I don't usually give just one service like Instagram marketing or consulting or strategy. I give all three and a range for three. And then I tell them what kind of team they'll be working with, because I currently am the primary person in my team, but then I do have somebody helping me out because I cannot do it all on my own. So that in the very first pitch sets things straight. Otherwise, an issue that we might encounter is that the client would want to work only with me, but then I don't have that much time or bandwidth. And this kind of pitch really works. A lot of my students implemented this pitch after I shared it within our academy group, and Muskan even reported getting a client for $7,000. Can you imagine that? So it really works when you implement it. So I hope that you will try this out. My vision with sharing this entire procedure with you is to make sure that you actually make money by watching my videos, because this is the most actionable that it gets. I am always very saddened by the fact that people love to see the money, people love to see the glamour of this life, but nobody really cares about the entire process that I invest so much of my time, energy and brains into creating, because it's really not about anybody can do this, then everybody will be making a lot of money. It's only those who are doing it daily and not giving up no matter how many rejections they get. Chase is definitely a terrific client. I've been working with him for almost 2 months now. The entire experience is so good. It's also about the fact that he's the kind of client I would like to receive mentorship from, because he's at a stage I'd like to be at, like a company with 100 people. And that kind of person who probably won't mentor you even for money. They will only mentor you in the process of working with them. So that is another reason I really wanted to work with him. So for me, it was not about the money, but yeah, I'm getting paid and that is great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever lies ahead. And I hope that this video helped you actually learn how to get some clients, actually learn how to make more money. And yeah, with that in mind, I will leave you here. I'll be back with another video next week on Sally Chatterjee here.